Hi, this is Donna. I am one of the Cookin' Dixie Chicks, here to show you how to make an appetizer that you may not have normally thought of when you are asked to bring an appetizer to dinner, and it is called Devil on Horseback. Here are the ingredients. Devil on Horseback, you need dates, feta cheese, bacon. Simple. Only 3 things, and you cook at 375 degrees for 14 minutes. But your 4th ingredient would be to top with olives, cherry tomatoes, or anything else that you might like that you could get a toothpick through. Perhaps like an apricot or something simple like that. But we can go into that more as I show you how to put them together. All right, let's move my little guy out of the way. And here we go. First thing that we are going to be doing is taking our dates, or you could use prunes, and you slice it and you take the pit out. I've already done one. We're going to do another, and you notice the pit is in there. And these are actually dates. You can use prunes if you would like to. These are Moroccan dates, which are quite large and easy to stuff. What does it mean, Devil on Horseback? This is an appetizer that was actually created in the 19th century. If you think about that, that was 200 years ago. And it was an English appetizer served hot. Now, next ingredient is our feta cheese. Now, you could use a different kind of cheese if you would like, but feta cheese is the recommended one. And I've already sectioned it. I've already chopped it into squares. And it's very pliable, so you can just stuff. You can stuff the date, just like that. And do all of them ahead of time, sort of assembly line. Going along with the story, how did I learn about Devil on Horseback? Because, you know, I used to take appetizers to people's places, you know, for dinners, and it was cut cheese, crackers, grapes, cherry tomatoes, nothing very exciting. But then my husband and I were watching a program called A Place to Call Home. And it was a series, and it was about people settling in a new country. And there was a little dinner party there. And as they were serving appetizers, one of the gentlemen asked, "Oh, and what is this?" And she said, "Devil on Horseback." And I thought, what on earth is Devil on Horseback? So I looked it up, and it's an actual appetizer that we can still serve today. All right, so just for the purpose of this demonstration, I am doing 8 appetizers, just 8 pieces, so that you can see how it works. All right, now your 3rd ingredient is a piece of bacon. And you can see that I've taken 4 strips of bacon and simply sliced them in half, because all you need is a half of a piece. And you're going to start by simply wrapping it around. The trick is to wrap it in such a way that when you finish wrapping it, you can actually set your appetizer for the baking down on the sheet pan, so it can bake with the little seam of the bacon strip on the downside. All right, so here we go. Let's try it again. I know, it's a little tricky, but here you go. And we will do just 8 of them. Anyway, as I researched it a little bit more about Devil on Horseback, what could that possibly mean? How did they ever come up with the meaning of devil on horseback? And what I discovered, it had to do with they served them sizzling hot with the bacon. But I thought, goodness, and you'll see when we take these out of the oven, it doesn't look like there's a devil on horseback. So I have decided to add a tiny bit of an addition to my devil on horsebacks, which you'll see, and you can choose to do it or not. These will have to cook for 14 minutes in the oven to get them crispy, cooked on all sides, and you'll see that I've put this on a pan on a grate so that the oil from the bacon can drip off and it can get crispy on all sides. So I have just 8 of them, but you can make as many as you would like. Just, increase the recipe for however many you would want, because I'm going to tell you 8 will not go far. So now we are going to pop these in the oven, 375 degrees for 14 minutes. And then I will be back with you and we will come back, see what they look like, and we will finish up the devil on the horseback that I have created to make sure it looks like we have a devil riding on a horseback. We are back and we have our devils on horseback cooked and ready to go. And what we need to do is get them off of the tray. We're going to take them off, and this is what they look like. Oops, hold on. Gotta get them where you can see them. See where they have toasted and the bacon is cooked. The cheese is melted. And the date is nice and hot. So the word devil on horseback, which means sizzling hot, comes from the fact that these are usually served exactly like this. However, when they are served at room temperature, they are perfectly okay, and that is mostly the way they are served. So now I'm going to show you how to turn them into what I believe is a true devil on horseback, which means you need to get some skewers. And here are my devils: black olives, whole black olives, green olives, whatever is your choice, or some cherry tomatoes. So what I was going to do today is show you how to take a charcuterie tray. And I'm a ceramic artist, so this is a charcuterie tray that I made in ceramics, and it does have a live plant in it and lots of little areas that are sort of cool for setting out interesting little tidbits. So here's what I was going to do to show you how to do this. Okay, so let's just say we want a devil on horseback. I'm going to make a devil on horseback here. Now see, doesn't that look more like there is a devil riding on a horseback? So there we go. So that one's ready. Now, let's do a green olive, because some people do like green olives. And we'll put that one on there. There you go. Now let's do a tomato, because someone may like a tomato. And we will put this right here. This one's a little sloppy. Sometimes they don't turn out quite right, but hey, people will still eat them. They're delicious. Continuing on, making up the rest of our devils. And I'm telling you, my husband will eat these all up before you know it when he gets home. But I'm going to have to show you in a moment how these actually work whenever they're divided. Okay. If you haven't seen that movie that has to do with moving home, A Home for Us, you should look for it and watch it. All right, here we go. Here are all of the devils on horseback that I made. And so I have extra olives. Just gonna put those around on the charcuterie tray. You know, you always like to have extra things. You could put your grapes and your cheese and things like that if you'd like. And then I have an herb garden outside, so obviously I'd like to put some of my herbs on. Smells so good. And a few more of these toothpicks so that you can let your guests pick up just the olives or whatever they would like that. But let me take one of these and show you how it looks when it is cut. They are so good. All right, all right. So, look at that. So good. All right, very good. So delicious. Savory and sweet. I'm going to say it's a 1-biter or a 2-biter. My husband can do this in 1 bite. So beautiful, so easy. It will take you 30 minutes to a beautiful, beautiful charcuterie tray to take to dinner and offer your guests. And this is Cookin' Dixie Chicks. Stay tuned for another adventure in appetizers or hopefully some other kind of cooking. See you later.